Is there a link between hearing loss and the early onset of developing dementia? Studies show adults in middle age, 40 to 65-year-olds, who suffer hearing problems may have an increased risk of developing the disease. With the onset of age often comes the decline in our hearing. The issue here, aside from the obvious day-to-day challenges that hearing loss may bring, could be the link that hearing impairment might point to the early development of dementia. Our brains play an important role in interpreting what we are hearing, and the way the brain processes sounds may underlie an individual's cognitive impairment. That means suffering a decline in processing information as an individual's hearing ability decreases. Hearing loss may also mean that areas of the brain that help us to understand sounds and speech need to work much harder to comprehend what all the noise we hear is supposed to mean. This additional effort, strain, and concentration in listening may lead to changes in the brain area that affects our memory and thinking abilities. Therefore, how much at risk are you of contracting the disease if you are experiencing hearing loss? Over 40% of adults in the over 50s bracket are experiencing some form of decline in their hearing. More worryingly, the scale at which this impairment potentially leads to the onset of dementia can be measured as follows. A mild hearing loss can double the risk of developing the disease. In experiencing moderate hearing loss, a person has 3 times the risk, and with severe hearing loss, an individual has increased their risk of dementia by up to 5 times. For an individual, other key risk factors in developing dementia can include social isolation and depression. For example, in social settings, such as a noisy bar or restaurant, missing certain words or sounds in overall conversation leads the brain into guessing what has been said. The brain is now working harder in processing and struggling to understand what is being communicated in a timely fashion. This additional effort in understanding what is being spoken or heard may lead to changes in the brain area that affects our memory and thinking abilities. And as hearing diminishes, individuals find that in social gatherings, they withdraw as they struggle to hear and keep up with the conversations taking place. In turn, this leads to self-exclusion from group or social interactions as an individual cannot participate or feel of value. And studies show your brain has much less stimulation when you distance yourself from people than being socially involved with others. In experiments carried out using laboratory mice, socially isolating them and stopping them from interacting with each other has been linked to a shrinkage of their brain cells. Following this on, it is the reduction in brain mass that may potentially put an individual at risk, and the initiator of all this withdrawal and stimulation decline may point to hearing loss. However, dementia can be linked to many factors, some of which can be influenced by an individual, and some which cannot. The type of factor you have no influence over will be, for example, hereditary reasons, your genes, your sex or gender, and old age. Factors you can have influence on will be your lifestyle, for example giving up smoking, cutting down alcohol consumption, lifting your exercise level, and improving your mental stimulation can all help in slowing the potential of contracting the illness in later life. In conclusion, there are many potential causes of dementia, and a link between hearing loss and the onset of the disease may be one of them, so do all you can to protect your hearing. If you do suffer from any decline in your ability to hear, please get yourself checked by a doctor or physician. Are you dealing with someone with dementia or want further information? Then please click on the links around this video. There are many organizations that potentially can help. Thank you for watching.